Hammer here, hanging out with Olivia, BC, Johnny Rocket. Tonight, Friday night, it's Olivia's pick. I can't wait. She's got some doozies. BC, what did she gather from your collection for tonight?
So, we have a nice little double feature here. And we have one movie called Dead End Run by the director Sogo Ishii. And we have another movie called Executive Koala by the director named Minoru Kawasaki. And if you are a frequenter of the channel, you'll notice that we have done a double feature with both of these directors at the same time before.
Hey, we're ready to fly in blind. I'm gonna dig up the trailer if I can. Check it out. Peep that shit, motherfuckers. We'll be right back.
You said the thing!
After these messages.
We'll be right back.
Watching Dead End Run, and I really liked it, surprisingly, even though when we watched Electric Dragon I really didn't like it, even though everybody else gave it 10.
We did.
I didn't like it, it wasn't that interesting to me, but I actually like this because it's like 3 short films. And it's kind of like, as they go on, it reveals more details, and then you're like, oh, it could be this, and like, it's kind of up to your interpretation, like what the little short film means, and then they're all intertwined as well.
Yes.
This was really neat, and it really did kind of walk that fine line between what the director, like the story they were telling, versus what they wanted you to pick up. Like, they were literally meeting you halfway here, you know, so it was just enough. I'm glad I watched it with the crew here, because like I definitely would have missed certain elements here and there, or, you know, that or, you know, I don't know, there was a couple of segments where like my brain was trying to be like, no, that's not really happening, and Tom was like, no, this is what's happening. I'm like, no, okay, yeah, that's what's happening. You know, like, so it's good. This is a great watch with friends movie, because everybody's gonna pick up on something different, and you kind of need that. It almost feels like it's designed to be watched amongst a bunch of people that talked about, like, oh, what did you see? Yeah, no, this is a wonderful piece of cinema. What do you think there, bud? Did that really tickle your fancy?
So, here's the thing. Like, Electric Dragon had 2 actors that I hold in high regard. It was such an interesting and fun film. And so, I see this movie, I see the same actors. You add Jun Kunimura to it, who I also love. And I get excited. So I get this movie, and I don't really know what to expect. I've only seen one film, but I know everyone involved has talent. And I have to say, like, I really enjoyed this as well. And especially, like, because they were all intertwined, there's like that worry that it could be too much of the same, but I never felt that way. I felt like each one was unique in its own way.
It is an excellent movie. I gotta concur with just about everybody here on this film, and you were taken away by its kinetic imagery and just, you know, swept up in its sheer energy overall. Music is all over the place, but you kind of want it for that, you know, frantic, you know, kinetic imagery that you're seeing. You've got, you know, this jazzy beats, you've got psychedelic sitar, you've just got all this, like, you know, insane, you know, oral assault on you as the viewer. So you're swept up in the audio. Let's do star counts real quick, because we have got 2 movies we're doing tonight.
Yes.
Even though they're shorter films, generally speaking, it's a solid 9 out of 10. I'm just leaving it, and even 9 is divine. BC?
So I have to say, like, Electric Dragon is something I felt like in my soul, and I think that's why I gave it a 10. But this was fantastic. I'm feeling a 9 as well. I feel like it hit all the right notes. Everything about it was good.
Yeah.
And at 1 hour, like, you know, we loved this, and it has like rewatch value in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
And so
you play this with other friends.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah. And so yeah, I feel like I could revisit this. Everyone involved, from the actors to the musicians to the director, like it was all top notch. So I'm going solid 9 as well. Great movie.
Olivia.
So, kind of adding on again what Rocket said about how it's good to watch in like a group setting. I think like it's good for that because it's not a ton of dialogue. So like if you're talking like, oh, this could be going on, it's not like, oh, I'm missing the dialogue that's happening. You can talk, still listen to the music.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's not like you're sitting here like my brain hurts. I'm trying to figure out what it's like. But I say I would give it a 9.
Ooh, wow, 999 Rocket.
Jeez, no pressure there.
Yeah. What are you gonna give it?
Honestly, it's so close to 80,000 Electric Dragon 80,000 volts. I can go so far as to give this 9.5.
Oh,
because it was
whoa.
really that much fun, and there's so much to chew on here. Rewatchability, like it fires on all cylinders, you know, in all sense of the words.
Well, guys, I'm gonna try and dig up the trailer for old Executive Koala.
So peep that shit.
But probably not, because a lot of that shit gets monetized.
Yeah, it's like a 50-50 chance.
Regardless,
Possibly peep that shit.
you'll be seeing something. We'll be right back,
Don't go
motherfuckers.
Wiz.
That's-
Don't touch that dial.
That's Jesus. Okay, guys, so we just got done watching the movie Executive Koala. This is the same director that did the Calamari Wrestler, which, personally speaking, I was not a fan of. I thought it was okay, but it didn't meet my expectations. With that movie, I expected it to be kind of a cult film grindhouse trauma experience, and it wasn't. What I got was a drama with a man that was a squid. And that was all well and good. It really was. With this film, I thought there was possibilities. I thought, okay, this is after that movie in terms of the director, and I thought there was room for so-called improvement. I liked the element of him being an executive. For some bizarre reason, that first 20 minutes was very comical, very likable, and you know, it made me find the koala endearing, which is a thing with this director. And halfway through the movie, I said to BC, oh shit, I get it. And what I got was this director's vision. I feel like he takes characters, main characters, puts them in the most ridiculous outfit humanly possible, and then writes the deepest, most cerebral drama you could even possibly fathom. That's the whole point to his movies, is to take this character, Executive Koala, or a Squid Man, and make you care about them the same way you care about a brother, or a friend, or a cousin. You know what I'm saying? So, I feel like that's this director's purpose. However, with this movie, at least for me, it was a trial to get through. It was strange because I was on board with it. I thought it one-upped his previous movie with Calamari Wrestler, and I thought we were going to be having an easy breezy experience here. Not at all. Executive Koala. Confusing, somehow better, and somehow worse than Calamari Wrestler. Do it. Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
So this is one of the more irritating films I've watched. Basically, this movie tries to like subvert the audience, which is okay 1, 2, maybe even 3 times. But this like subverts the audience literally maybe 10 times.
Again and again.
And basically, if you cut 30 minutes off of the runtime of this movie, like it would benefit a lot.
It would be tolerable.
It's weird because like I don't think this is a terrible movie, but like I'm satisfied in some regards, but I'm angry in some regards.
Yeah.
I mean, there were some scenes that were like genuinely hilarious, and then there were other scenes that they started off hilarious, but they went on for too long. And I'll say this: I liked the Calamari Wrestler more. I think me and John both gave it 9.5. So we were like upper tier. Part of that has to do with, you know, we were drawn in from the start because we had a connection to professional wrestling. Whereas this, it does have to work a little bit harder to get like, not only is it a koala, it's a freaking, you know, head honcho businessman koala. So like, you could have a normal person be a businessman and you'd already have me, you know, struggling to empathize with them. This is a koala. I mean, this was an hour and 25 minutes and it felt like 2 hours and like 15 minutes.
Easily.
And I feel like...
Cover's deceiving.
In some way, once again, like, this movie... If I had to compare it to something, which is incredibly difficult, because this is like a unique thing. But you know, we have movies in the US that take genres, specifically comedy and horror, and you know, they harp on all those cliches and they try to make fun of them, and you know, like scary movies, Scream, movies like this. And this movie is almost like a more bizarre Japanese version of those types of things.
That's not a bad analogy,
and
actually,
those movies suffer from the same problem. Eventually, the jokes get a little old.
Yes.
They run a little too
Yes.
long. Even if the movie doesn't run long, with Scary Movie and Scream, for instance, we have like 5 of them. So the runtime in the long run is long. And this movie, once again, if it cut like 30 minutes off, I think I would have enjoyed it a lot more.
Olivia, what do you have to say for yourself?
What do you have to say?
Unpopular opinion. I liked it.
Whoa!
Oh!
You did! You liked it! Why'd you like it?
I think, well, like, the one thing that they did in the movie, like, they were like, oh, this is happening. You're like, oh, I have it all figured out. And then they're like, just kidding, it's a dream. And you're like, oh, shit, I don't know what's going on. And you're like, oh, like, you think you have it all figured out, like, what's happening in the story. And then you're like, oh, no, I don't. I don't know what's happening.
There's a lot of those moments.
I don't know what's going on yet.
Yeah.
I agree, though, the runtime, like, it feels so much longer. Like, it feels like at least 2 hours.
Yeah.
I think if they improved on that, then it would be
That's
better.
the editing.
Well, yeah, essentially what it comes down to is I don't mind them subverting us with dream sequences. It's the amount of times that it happens.
And all at once during a segment of the movie.
If that's supposed to be funny, it kind of falls flat.
Does.
I can see why that could be annoying, and usually I would be like, this is annoying, I hate this. Like, I don't want to watch this anymore, but surprisingly, like, it didn't bother me that much.
Huh, okay.
This, like these guys have said, it would have benefited, I think, greatly from kind of parsing some of this down. Like, there were so many times where I'm like, man, it's really jumping the shark here, you know, to use that cliche term. You know, it's gone too far. But you realize it starts off with a guy in a koala suit, like just a koala guy. So it's already jumped the shark. You can't jump a shark; it's already been jumped. You know, so you're kind of, I don't know. It's almost, I don't know. It's irksome, and I think the three of us at least found that irksome quality. Like, God, like just. Okay, you know, if you're gonna do something that's and jerk us around in this dream, it's what's real and this, that, and the other, like, just do it. You get bored with it, like, okay, obviously I have no fucking clue what's going on, so let's just watch and see what the fuck happened. Okay, that's how it is. That's great, you know. I mean, there's definitely things for everybody to enjoy here, like, just so to find something, anyways. Like, watch it, find something like that. Like, you know, this isn't gonna be. You know, this isn't any kind of blockbuster summer popcorn flick. This isn't, you know, super deep dive, Oscar-winning, you know, performance of anything. You know, it's I don't know, for those of us who watch a ton of Japanese cinema, it is almost that, it's kind of Fooly Cooley-esque, you know, and it's just this, it seems like this is almost like a blowing off of steam in regards where we're just going to have so much fun with it and just throw everything to the wind, and what ends up on the film is what happens. I'll kick this off with a star count. I feel like I want to give it like 3 or 4 different star counts, like I do sometimes. I'm just gonna slam them all together and give this a 7.5.
I like it. Olivia.
I agree. I'm gonna give it a 7.5.
Oh, BC.
Alright, I'm sorry for speaking so much, but this, I feel like, you know, it's kind of a product of this director's vision. He's taking something crazy and bizarre, probably even by Japanese standards, and presenting it to you like a normal drama movie. And I am for that vision, and this movie didn't detract me from the director. I'd still be interested to see other stuff he's done.
Yes.
I just feel like his vision, which is unique and impressive and, you know, exciting in some ways, it's definitely hit or miss. He's not gonna hit the mark every single time.
Fair enough.
And so Calamari Wrestler, I feel like he kind of struck gold. This one, I feel like it had potential, but it wasn't quite there. So to finish all that off, I feel like this is worth watching. I'm not mad that it's in my collection, but it wasn't great. I'm gonna go with a 6. I'm gonna go with a 6.
All right. From the prior review, I was not really crazy about Calamari Wrestler. I loved Electric Dragon, and I feel like the parallels between those two double features, you know, Electric Dragon and Calamari Wrestler, and you know today's review, are very similar. But I feel like with this secondary review of both films, I feel like I've been taken down a peg. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like they're as good as those movies, and it's shocking because I thought Calamari Wrestler wasn't all that great. Compared to this, holy shit balls. Calamari Wrestler was pure poetry. But this movie, I can't hate on it.
Tom.
Well, I can't hate on it entirely because I understand that independent drive. I understand that, you know, on the outskirts perspective. This director's got people in full body furry costumes doing their thing. So I'm not trying to be a dead horse here. I'm going 5.5, 6 out of 10 for Executive Koala. It's not the best, and it really is kind of annoying, but it's unique. And
It's one of a kind.
It's one of a kind. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, and if I had to do a final thoughts, because it was a double feature, I feel like what we've learned is Sogo Ishii is probably a more reliable director in terms of the type of vision and cinema that he's trying to put forward.
Yes.
And in this director over here that's done Calamari Wrestler and Executive Koala, I think that he has a good vision and good ideas, and if we watch more, we'll see how much he can really kind of make these movies reach their full potential.
I'm curious.
Yeah.
I'm curious.
That's the thing. We're not put off, despite how
I wasn't
it might
written
be.
off. I was just done.
We were all irritated. Other than Olivia.
Yeah, Tom was certainly irritated the most here. But I mean, both of us were like, at a certain point, like, okay.
All right, guys. So that's the review. I hope we've been informative to you, motherfuckers. Until the next time, tune in to Neon Trash. Don't watch this one though.